Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be talking about wellness. The title of this video, not the subject I should be talking about, considering that I'm like, what, 9 months? Yeah, I think 9 months behind on my video that I should be doing, nutrition. I'll get to that soon. I will get to that soon. But for now, today I'm going to be talking about pretty much why my channel is the way it is. I almost kind of talked about it in one of my videos, but I had to get to the subject at hand because I didn't want the video to be too long, kind of like this one. So I'm just going to get to it. So my channel is organized in the wellness wheel because I think that it is a very important topic. It is probably one of the most important topics. We've been thinking about it since day one, and we've only been adding to it. Sometimes people like to change it up, but it's a pretty sensitive topic to me, just because I can give people a reason as to why each topic matters, and then usually they listen. So I hope this video makes sense. The whole point of my channel too is to not reflect just my own opinion, even though technically speaking it is my bias because I watch the video, I reflect with it. I'm like, I think this video is cool, I think it makes sense. So then I plop it onto my channel. There's more than now 3,200 videos on that playlist, not including my shorts. And if you're seeing how many shorts I've received to my subscribers, I'm really sorry that they're just all over your channel or your subscribe thing. I just learned how to do it, so I'm almost done. When I get to my nutrition video, then they'll be a lot slower. Anyways, yeah, so wellness wheel, I am reading off something because I do want to be on point. I need to talk about social though, and it's a good one to start off with since we are looking at each other right now, except I can't see you, but you can see me. I'm looking at a camera and it's really awkward. I don't like this. I've never liked recording myself. It's just awkward. But anyways, it's social and it works. It gets the point across, but it's not so good for our brains as we're starting to learn. So we're starting to see it in the developing population, the kids. They're not doing so hot in terms of their mental health. They are finally taking phones out of school, which I think they should have done that a long time ago. Just because when a phone distracts you like that, it really does take away from your learning. But at the same time, we're going to get this in a second. Learning, teaching, the education system. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But anyways, when it comes to talking, we don't do that half as much as we used to. Or I don't even know if they teach us how to do it properly. Like having close face-to-face interaction, not so close that you're kissing, but I mean close enough where you're actually comfortable being around each other. We have such wide bubbles nowadays. I'm thankful to have someone who taught me about bubbles, but I think that our bubbles are a little too big nowadays. And we need to get comfortable around each other again, just because like we're human, right? We need to have that interaction in order to be healthy. But I don't think we're healthy in that way or well. We need to teach that, so to be healthy. But like I said with school, I'm not a huge fan of it, only because we don't teach the things we need. We teach all these advancements that I've heard people say and give me the argument that it helps to stimulate a person's brain to help with development. I'm sorry, but there are so many different better things that we could be teaching kids that are better for brain development. It just blows my mind that we're teaching them things that they don't need. And then when they get out of school, they're like, what did I need that for? Like, come on. Everyone is saying it. Only the ones who aren't saying that are the ones who are really successful. And they're the ones who are making the argument, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I do actually know what I'm talking about, because I was one of those kids who was pushed through elementary school, practically failed. My elementary school teacher, the last one that I ever had, said that I wouldn't succeed in the academic world, which he was kind of probably right. Except I did, because in high school, I had more choice. They don't give choice to kids in school. They don't teach kids about their brains, which we know so much more about. Thankfully, we have YouTubers on YouTube that are teaching people about this, but by the time they need it, it's pretty much already too late. Now, it's not okay, I shouldn't say it's too late, but preventative measures. This is what my channel is all about. I want to try to prevent things, but it's not easy when these things are literal obstacle courses. And it then takes something to teach these people something, which I'm still trying to figure out what that something is. I don't even know who I'm teaching this to. I don't really think of it even as teaching. I just hope that I can leave a resource for people to have, because we're not given these preventative measures when it matters the most. So yeah, intellectually, we're not taught about our brains. We're taught too many advancements that we don't really need. I suggest that we teach the basics and then allow kids to have more of an option earlier in their education, because fuck, they're human. They know what they want to do. They have these little guidance radar things in their fucking head that say, I want to do this. Let them go. Let them have their choice. Let them walk off a fucking bridge if it takes that. But obviously, give them a bungee cord so that they don't fucking die. Sorry, a little bit of passion there. Let's get into occupation, because my God, we do not teach kids how to have proper work ethic. No wonder workers, employers, managers hate working with the new generation, because they don't have work ethic. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. And I don't fucking blame them. Jobs suck nowadays. We are basically in an employer's market, and we have been for a very long time. We haven't been out of an employer's market for fucking ever. And why? It's because we're complacent pieces of shit. I'm sorry to say that, but we are monkey brains. We're idiots. We're in our phones addicted, and we're swiping left and right because that's all we know how to do. We don't know how to actually go out and talk to people nowadays. So, and then when we do, whoa, whoa, mind blown. You're a unicorn out there. Anyways, it blows my mind that we just don't have this proper form of communication that's taught in school and actually maintained, managed. But I actually kind of blame businesses for this, because they've created this form of chaos in this now AI generated kind of world. But yeah, no, occupation sucks. Jobs suck, mainly because they've become shitty. But I also kind of blame us for that, just because we're complacent and we are a part of the problem. We could all just look in the mirror and be like, oops, didn't mean to do that. But that's what I mean. We've done nothing, which is the problem. We've done nothing. Which then leads me to money. We do nothing about that one either. We don't teach people about it, and so they are inevitably bad with it. That is like the biggest circle jerk of life. Why don't we teach people about money in school? We should. We should, but we don't. And so when we don't, we're essentially causing problems by not doing anything. Anyways, we blame people for these habits that they have. And yes, we do have to blame them because it is their fault. But if we look back on the whole thing that they came from, this system that they were taught from, we have to look at who was responsible for teaching them what they learned, how they learned it, and could they have learned it better? Yeah, so anyway, I'm talking about the government, by the way. Good old government. Yeah, and in our motion, I'm pretty angry, mostly because of the government and a lot of other people. Businesses, banks, you name it, I'm angry. I'm pissed. Yeah, those are the only emotions I really feel, but there are like frustration, yeah, you name it. But there's sadness, happiness. We are always told to be happy because that is what looks best for customers and everything in between. Essentially gaslight. Other countries, they know how to use their emotions properly, but we are not. And then there's our environment. We are trying to take care of it, but like we keep going backwards because we're so selfish. We're so focused on this goal of growth and development, of becoming better. But man, even battery-powered cars, they're not that great for the environment either. Just think about where the batteries are going after they're done. They're not easy to dispose of. So Yes, it's better than, I don't even know if it's better than gas. I don't know that kind of stuff. I'm not that type of scientist. So, yeah, I, I don't like to think Earth go boom, but I do like to think that our communities can come together and actually talk. But we have these roads and just this interconnected system that isn't so connected because of how far away from each other we are. It's not great for us or our brains or the development of a kid. Socially isolating, and it's depressing unless you have a community where you can have connections, which thankfully I've had that in my life, so I'm grateful for that. Spiritually, it took me a while to get that because I wasn't spiritual, I wasn't religious, but it took some long periods of me sitting with myself in injury and in times of doubt and lack of confidence and anxiety. I then realized that to have a connection with yourself is to be healthier. It took me a really long time to learn that, but it took me listening to birds, listening to birds, feeding squirrels. Some of my videos, you see it, but it's helpful because it calms you down, makes you think a little bit more in perspective. But then that brings me into my last point, not financial, I already said that. Well, this has a little bit to do with it, physical. I used to train people. Now I call myself a wellness coach because I want to teach people about this. I want people to better understand what wellness is. It's a complicated subject, but it's only because we're not taught about it. We could be taught about it though. I think the whole school system could be built upon the structure of wellness because why not have a well population while we're at it, right? Why not actually teach kids how to take care of themselves? But instead we have them rely on a system that makes them have to pay for it. But if you don't have that understanding of your financial wellness, how the hell are you supposed to do that? So yeah, physical, it's what I went to school for. It's what I practiced for a while. I've exercised myself for 12 years, but I hurt myself pretty badly 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago now. I got better. And after that, I got some pretty bad anxiety. So I stopped working with my clients. If you're watching this, hi. Sorry, I had to stop working with you, but it's only because I needed that time to myself. I needed to, few things, figure out why I was doing it in the first place, which at first it was sort of selfish, but I realized that I got a really cool experience, a great experience from working with the people that I worked with. I loved working with them. They're amazing people. That's number two. I worked with some amazing people. I learned a lot of new things. And yeah, I'm happy that I had those connections. And if you're watching this, I hope you're doing great. I miss you, and honestly, I hope I see you again. Hope you're doing great. Number three, yeah, I wanted to learn how the body worked because I remember when I was going throughout my life, I had aches, pains, but they were different. Sometimes when I would sit, I'd get a lot of back pain, neck pain, and tailbone. I had a weird tailbone pain. I got that figured out too. Digestive issues. Had a lot of digestive issues. Anyways, yeah, so I wrote 2 exercise curriculums. One that teaches you about your physical well-being. And so I wrote that because a lot of my clients wanted to learn the basics and they wanted an easy way to do it. So I made it in a workshop and it helped quite a few of them. It helped them learn about the basics of not passing out during exercise because they're not drinking enough water or not doing too much where they're going to throw up, making sure that they're moving throughout their day so that they feel good, but also knowing how to stretch, how to breathe while exercising, how to squeeze their core, because some people don't know how to do that. What balance is, why it's important, discipline, what kind of disciplines are there? And then the difference between overtraining, overstretching, I've already gone over that, yeah, overstretching, understretching, I've gone over that already in one of my videos. What overtraining, undertraining is, I think I've already said that. basically things that will help you to take care of yourself. But then I wrote my intermediate program on how to teach you how to write a program, on how to take care of your functional self and not hurt yourself. Because injury is so easy. There are symptoms that happen before injury, which is kind of the mind-body connection of it. Without that mind-body connection though, injury is so much easier to happen, and we don't want that. We want you to avoid it. Me specifically, like the title of my business, Smart Physical Fitness, I want you to be smart about your physical fitness. I want you to be able to take care of yourself. And so that's why I think this type of stuff should be taught in school. So anyways, since you made it to the end of the video, I'm done. I can't talk about this anymore. You're gonna get a discount code, SmartFit50. It's in the video, I hope. I'm gonna edit this video. And yeah, you'll get 50% off of my digital curriculum on my website. So if you go to my website, put it in the discount code or discount bar, you'll get 50% off. It'll be $25. Once you purchase the guide, I will be in contact with you just to go over it, what you purchased, why you purchased it, and just to make sure that you can go through it yourself without any issues. If you do feel like you're gonna have issues, I can give you a discount on sessions, but that's after you purchase the guide and we have a conversation. My sessions aren't that expensive, but that's getting into another thing. Finance is a selfish topic, and I had a hard time talking about finance for a long time, but money is an important topic. You need it in order to survive. So anyways, if you have any questions, concerns, feedback, or anything in between, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Like the video, because this is a complicated topic, and it was a hard one to get out of my brain. It's still stressful, and I'm probably still going to think about it, obviously, because it's my job. I'm a wellness coach after all. But I feel like I'm going to have a better connection with it after this, because my God, it's nice to get it out and in the open. And I hope that more people can relate with this. I hope people understand where I'm coming from. And yeah, anyways, have a good one. Stay smart, stay physical.